Hello, welcome to Gadget First. This is Orcs Must Die. It's a game that consists of third-person combat, devious traps, spells, and hordes of orcs who, judging by the game's title, must die. There's really not a whole lot more to it. But this is by no means a bad thing, as you'll find out in the review. So let's have a look at the presentation of the game. The game has a lot of similarities graphically with World of Warcraft. The graphics are by no means state-of-the-art, nor will they blow anyone away. However, the artistic style shines through with lots of mystical lighting in scenes and lots of blood. So the presentation of the game is really nice. And I don't think it would actually suit it, having state-of-the-art lovely graphics, as take the focus away from the game. So in that aspect it's very nice actually. Now on to the storyline. There's not too much of an in-depth story. There is a brief introduction to the apprentice, which is the character you play, who takes over from his master, who is a war mage who's been defending rifts for over 300 years. However, the master slipped over and cracked his skull, so this is where the apprentice takes over and rifts. Lack of an in-depth, heart-wrenching storyline is a good one, because after all, it is a casual, fun game, and it lets you focus more on slaughtering thousands of orcs rather than worrying about characters in the game and that. So we think that's a good thing, really. The game features 24 levels, with each fortress varying greatly, from easy flat corridors with only one route for the orcs to approach from, to twisting labyrinth-like fortresses where the orcs can come from many directions. This variety brings a good challenge to the game. It starts off really easy, very easy, and it starts to get progressively harder throughout the game, and the last half of the levels are quite challenging. Not so much that you want to throw away the game and give up, but just challenging enough really, so that you want to carry on and play, because you want to get to the next level and unlock the next trap or spell. So that's a really good aspect of the game. The addictiveness of the game is absolutely brilliant. Once you start playing, you literally can't stop. I played this game for hours and hours and hours on end, which is a good sign. The game features 19 traps to unlock throughout the campaign, and there's a lot of variety in these traps. There's some traps that just slow the enemy down, like the steamer and tar traps, and there's some which like kill. There's a rolling pin that comes down from the ceiling and can smash your enemies to pieces. There's another thing that comes down from the ceiling and crushes them. There's a springboard which can chuck all kinds of enemies into pools of acid and flames, which is pretty damn cool. My personal favourite though is the good old spike trap, which just spikes your enemies to death and slows them down as well. There's also a good variety of enemies as well. You get the standard orcs that everyone knows. You get flying creatures that fly past to try to get to the rifts, and they propose a challenge, because usually you cater your traps to ground-based enemies, and they sometimes get past them quite easily. There's also really fast mutant things, which pose another really big risk, because a lot of traps take time to reset, like a couple of seconds to reset themselves, and in that time these really quick enemies can get past. There's also ogres, which are very tough things. They're like the boss enemies really. They are very tough and quite hard to kill, although you can slow them down with spells and then shoot them in the head, which is always a nice way to kill them a bit easily. So that's nice. Difficulty isn't too bad. As I've already said, it's quite a nice difficulty. There's 3 difficulty settings. There's an easy, medium and a hard mode, which you unlock after you've completed it on one of the other settings. So altogether, the actual gameplay of the game is really nice. There's lots of variety, and it's very addictive. So now time for the verdict of Orcs Must Die. Although being an indie title, the game feels incredibly polished. It feels like it was made by a big company with big budgets, although being an indie developer, so that is impressive in itself. It feels astonishingly polished. There's a good variety in the enemies, a good amount of levels, and also there's loads and loads of traps. And also the minimalism in the storyline helps with focusing on just the aspect of the game, which is fun. So really, this game is absolutely fantastic, and we're going to give it a 9.5 out of 10 due to its absolute brilliance. You can get it on PC via Steam, and you can also get it on the Xbox Live Arcade. Thanks for watching Gadget First, and we'll also have reviews on the Xperia Neo, and also the new game Trackmania 2 Canyon. Thanks for watching.